Hello out there, welcome to the third and final segment of the recently held 2021 National Diaspora Day celebration. This episode promises to be exciting as I bring you a panel of discussants from the continents, the USA, Europe, Oceania, Asia and the Middle East, as well as Africa. But that wouldn't be all, as NIDCOM's boss test drives Nigeria's first ever electric car. And I will also bring you diaspora role models and home string, a presentation of the second and third generation diaspora. And this episode will be wrapped up with scintillating tunes from Ice Prince to spice up your day. This is your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I'm Koinsala Adetumbi. Please stay tuned. Diaspora integration for national peace and development is the thrust of the discourse by the panelists. Please enjoy.
Theme discussion: Diaspora integration for national peace and development.
I'll go back to you as you are the first to start. Let's take our solutions to it.
Education, where we get into mentorship, internship, exchange, and do an annual diaspora return. There are a lot of us who are professionals and have excelled individually in our fields. Bringing back that knowledge is huge, and collaborating with our Nigerian brothers and sisters at home, because this is where it started from. A lot of us are products of great universities and a great educational system, and we need to bring back that opportunity to those at home and collaborate and find ways we can improve the educational opportunities.
On the issue of businesses and people investing in Nigeria, again, the security, the violence, the kidnapping, the lack of power, these are things that scare a lot of people away. I mean, we're at $25 billion annually. I think we could match that in diaspora investments if we could address a lot of these security issues. NIDCOM, Honorable Abubakar Dabiri, I know you're listening. We need to address the matter of security of investment. If we do that, the floodgates will open. At least I can tell you from a UK perspective, Kanuk has got thousands of people who are prepared to invest.
What we are doing in Canada, it's basically partnering with Canadian, people, to, support whatever is going on in Nigeria. One of the things that we are doing is we are lobbying the Canadian government, being part of the G7, countries that have committed to donating COVID vaccine to the third world country. And we have just, engaged the Prime Minister's office to make sure that Nigeria becomes priority, during the, when they start, shipping out the COVID. This is one of the things that, the DG for World Trade Center, World Trade Organization brought it, spoke about. And I think, it's important that, we lobby host government, for the betterment of Nigeria. We all send money, to Nigeria to help our family, but these are, small stuff. Yes, it's a $20 billion, commitment from the diaspora, but we can do more, and we all know we can do more. And the only way we can do more is by, engaging our host country for the betterment of our people in Nigeria.
Dr. Okunisiri, please, let's hear your take solutions.
So thank you very much once again. I think for us as health professionals, we try to indirectly address the issue of peace and integration through our collaborative effort. One typical example I would share with you. Right now, AMPA is engaged with the Federal Medical Center in Abuja in what is called the ground round. So what basically happens in this process is we have all the consultants at the Federal Medical Center, we have all our experts talking together about a case. So indirectly, we're trying to ensure that there is peace and integration between our folks out here, folks out in Nigeria. So overall, we are engaged in peace and integration through the provision of health. Again, that's an area of expertise of ours, and we continue to build health, and we know that with health builds wealth, and all of this is part of the process that AMPA wants to engage in achieving a healthier Nigeria and a healthier world in a peaceful and integrated manner.
If we are looking at this sort of situation, particularly with Nigeria, with home, we cannot ignore the youth. And so we are looking at trying to not to ignore the youth, because essentially this is the part of the future. We are looking about a country with, like I said earlier, over 40%, of young people, depending on how you define young people. These are the people that we need basically to move on with sustainable leadership. And that might not be able to be achieved in order to tackle peace, and livelihood generally without substantial type of education, which basically we can be able to provide, as solution. Education, to develop talents, education, to develop skills, education to be able to give back, to the society. And while we are on this, we are also facing challenges that are both natural and basically human-made. So we need to look at what are the needs of those that are at the receiving end, and that's the youth we are talking about. So in order to be able to move on, we need to seek partnership. Like we here in the diaspora, we need people who are at the receiving end that we can be able to partner with, not not particularly at individual level, but like I said, as a collective, we need to make alliances, and that will be able to move us forward, because the youth are essentially influencers. They influence parents these days, they influence their peers, they influence communities, and they have the capacity to also influence the nation as a whole. I just want to end by saying that the youth are essentially co-designers.
Well, the issue of security is a vital issue, like everybody said, but solutions have been seen from about 4 groups of solutions. First of all is the political and policy solutions. Of course, we know the problem of Nigeria. Once there is, suspicion of non-inclusivity in the government, of course, it's a problem, because you need unity for any society to develop. So inclusiveness of government is a policy program which I think government should look at when we're looking at how have we found ourselves in this insecurity situation. Then the second group of solutions, which have to do with manpower itself. The number of policemen and military people that we have, are they enough for 200 million people? Of course not. So the government there needs some solutions to that direction. Then the third group of solutions is equipment and finance. Have we equipped our military enough? Are they with modern equipment? Are we financing them? Are we motivating them enough? The military men, the police officers, are they being well motivated? Of course, I won't be able to develop these groups because of the time. Then the fourth group of solutions is involving the diaspora themselves. We have a lot of experts in security issues in the diaspora. Practitioners in security issues, policemen, military men, retired intelligence officers, and professionals who are trained in security issues, who are now residing in the diaspora. They are also value assets, and it is that we can the government can engage to actually solve our problem.
Most of the problem that we face in my community back home is that of lack of education, like unemployment, corruption, misappropriation of funds, and so on and so forth. But coming back to Saudi Arabia, how can we harness the diasporans for national peace and development? In Saudi Arabia, the NIDO activity is relatively much newer, and for now, actually, we need some kind of engagement. We want the embassies to really engage with more productively with the Nigerians, so that they can, they can feel that there's the kind of they have been taken care of by Nigerian government. They feel that they're at home. If they are being celebrated.
As part of the sideline events of the National Diaspora Day celebrations, the Director General, Automotive and Design Commission, Engineer Jelani Aliyu, displayed Nigeria's first ever made in Nigeria electric car.
That was nice, you know. So this is a good beginning.
What is the operation of First Nigeria assembled
Oh
and
yeah,
make
this is
microphone?
brought our practice as part of our diaspora day. First Nigerian assembled electric vehicle. Under the leadership of the Nigerian diaspora people, Mr. Jalani Abiu. So it's a good beginning. I mean, some have said it doesn't go more than certain kilometers. You have to charge, but this is a good beginning. At least if everybody supports this, it can grow bigger and better. And we can have our own First Nigerian assembled electric car. Whether I would like it or not, that is the future. But it was a very easy ride, very pleasant, and smooth.
So don't you think this is a good commentary on engaging Nigerians in
Exactly.
Diaspora
This
for national development?
This is an example of engagement of a Nigerian who was abroad, worked for General Motors, designed the Chevy Volt for General Motors, and has come to design a Nigerian assembled electric car. So it's quite impressive. So we need to engage more of our Nigerians abroad. You saw them today, amazing feats every part of the world. That is what NIDCO will be doing. That's what we all have to do. Encourage them, welcome them. And the idea is to work together for the good and progress of our great country.
Thank you very much.
It is indeed an honor to be able to be part of this celebration, which showcases and manifests the greatness of Nigerians in Nigeria and around the world, testifying that yes, together we can make a difference, not just to the countries where the diasporans live in, but we can really make a significant difference in Nigeria. I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to live in the US and now to also have the opportunity to be back in Nigeria, to be making my own little contribution towards the progress of Nigeria. I wish to congratulate Honorable Abike for the great and immeasurable work she's doing in making sure that the value of Nigerians in the diaspora is made useful in Nigeria towards the development of this great nation. I congratulate her once again, and also congratulate her team at the Commission and all Nigerians in the country and abroad. I'm really happy to be part of this great journey of towards making Nigeria one of the best countries in the world.
Thank you, Engineer Aliyu, for the initiative. And now on to our diaspora role models, Zuriel Oduwole and Ikena Nweke.
When I was honored by Secretary of State John Kerry at the State Department back in January of 2017, I was 14 at the time. And at the end of the meeting, they said something very interesting. And it was that I should try and visit the US Embassy in whatever country it was I was traveling to for my projects, just in case there were any partnership opportunities. So I've had meetings with the US ambassadors or had projects with the US Embassy in places like Jamaica, Malawi, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and others. But guess what began to happen soon afterwards because of Mrs. Abike Dabiri? I started getting hosted at events supported by the Nigerian Embassy in places I traveled to. So countries like Ethiopia, Jamaica, and even in Tokyo, Japan. Why? Well, because as you all know, Naija no de carry last, right? So in 2018, I met with President Felipe Nyusi of Mozambique in Maputo to talk about the need for girls in school to stay in school until at least the age of 18. And I was showing him myself as an example of what an educated girl can do. And he listened carefully. We kept talking after I left the country, and by the grace of God, 16 months later, so about July of 2019, Mozambique, formerly outlawed girl, marriage, which is just a great thing, an amazing thing for the young girls in that country. But I do believe that this is actually an opportunity to make a good and measurable difference with the opportunities that we have, so that we can inspire those in our native lands and give hope to those looking for the slightest positive reasons to keep walking and to keep dreaming.
My story also went viral when I got a commendation from the Japanese police for returning money and turning down the statutory 10%. I got a letter of commendation and it went viral. And NITCOM really helped to push the story because I believe so much in what late Professor Chinua Achebe said, that we should start telling our own stories. So the story moved across the globe. I was interviewed by BBC, almost all the media houses in Japan interviewed me, even in Nigeria too. So the story went viral, and the story was used to challenge that narrative at that time. But for me, it was a moment. I was just a normal PhD student trying to do stuff here, but then I became I became the person whose story was used to challenge the country. For me, I wanted to go beyond that point. So I thought about how I can give back to my country, having been put on the spotlight, especially when the president of Nigeria sent his own commendation letter. So I started the Info Club. Info Club stands for Ike Nweke Foundation. So the Info Club started moving to schools in Nigeria to engage young people on the essence of integrity and selflessness.
Integrity is the watchword. Kudos, Mr. Nweke and Miss Oduwole. Now let's join Boy Alinko.
Not so fast. Look, I'm tired. I want to check out of this country for greener pastures.
Just calm down for a moment. Please sit down. Do you have a job where you're going to?
No, but someone is arranging,
Listen, Alinko. Checking out of this country without proper planning means one thing. Unimaginable begin. I've been in the diaspora, but legitimately doing great things at home and abroad. As I've been saying, without the proper footing abroad, the risk is not worth it. Listen, Alinko, it's better to be home than be trapped abroad, or even end up in prison.
If you must travel, travel legitimately. And now let's enjoy a presentation by Aisha Dankano on the second and third diaspora generation.
What I would like to do here today is tell you how NITCOM intends to connect the second and third generation of Nigerians in the diaspora to Nigeria.
NITCOM presents the Home Strings program to connect the second and third generation of Nigerians in diaspora back to their roots. The diaspora can come back home to paid internships with possible recruitment offers. An infusion of diverse Nigerian culture, attires, food, live music, and African creatives. The online forum will create a platform for professional diaspora to network, discuss, and engage with one another. The Diaspora Investment Anti-Fraud Scheme will assess the extent of misappropriation of funds and capital placed in one's trust to enable the diaspora to send money back home at low commission rates to even the remotest parts of Nigeria. For any questions or queries, please contact us.
As a child of the diaspora, I was so impressed with the fact that Nigeria was able to bring all these people from not just the Nigerian diaspora, but the entire Black diaspora all together for this event in 1977. However, according to some of the research I've done and the conversations I've had with people, not many people know about FESTAC. In fact, when you ask people about FESTAC, they say, oh, that place in Lagos that you just passed by. And so I'm very interested, in making sure the history and legacy of FESTAC is known known, and that people connect Nigeria's prominence in arts and culture today to the long-standing legacy and the work they've done with arts and culture in the past.
I would like to see Nigeria become a safe environment where everyone, regardless of their background and culture, can prosper socially and economically. And in terms of my contribution towards the development of Nigeria, I'm currently doing a summer internship with the Doing Good Work in Africa organization, a nonprofit that connects college students in the US with African-based organizations doing impactful work on the continent.
Nigeria being home for me is very important. I would love for design and the arts in general to continue receiving recognition and support alongside STEM subjects. The tech scene in Nigeria is incredible, and I do hope to be a bigger part of it. There are so many incredible Nigerian designers in the diaspora that are working in tech, and we can all honestly contribute immensely to Nigeria. Connecting to each other and making our mark in the tech space should be a top priority for all of us.
We as students want to bridge that connection with our government. We want to know that our government cares. And this commission is really doing a good job of that. We want more of student-sponsored events, student diaspora day events, Nigeria-themed events abroad. Additionally, we want the creation of an ecosystem where the diaspora are incentivized to partner with those domestically on joint ventures, with legal and economic safety nets in place, which include things like government-backed loans and low-interest financing. My message to the stakeholders is to know that it's not too late to turn the brain drain into a brain gain.
Thank you to our talented youth. Now Ice Prince on the dance floor. Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please don't hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Instagram at NIDCOM_Gov, on our YouTube page at NIDCOM_Gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m. and on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. And you can join us on Ben TV London at 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.